And as July and August fade into the past, we officially bid adieu to our beloved summer, and welcome with a warm embrace our new adventures in autumn. Goodbye, summer. Hello, fall.
Somebody's limping home. Welcome to the No Pants Zone party. You can join at home. Come along and bring your friends. Here the party never ends. Welcome to the No Pants Zone. Never have to feel alone. Go ahead and shake your butt. No one here will give a fuck. Welcome to the No Pants Zone. Welcome to the No Pants Zone. Welcome to the No Pants Zone. Welcome to the No Pants Zone.
Hey, Macarena. Did you get it? Good. Good. Yeah. No. Oh, no, they're here now. I gotta go. No, I'm glad I could help. Ciao. Hey, howdy and heroink, it's me, your funky Werepig, live from the glorious No Pants Zone studios. You throw those pants in the air like you just don't care. I do apologize about that. They're redoing the Macarena and ask if I jump aboard. It's for a really good cause. The charity helps out the children's hospitals, soup kitchens, and then the rest of the proceeds go for prostitutes. But that's not why you're here. You're here because of big season number 2. Some of you might be just like me, a long-time fan, first-time viewer. Don't sweat it. We're going to catch you up to speed. Comfy shirt. Always wear the comfy shirt. And then, of course, we've got the underwear scented candle. Cotton freshness. And then we got monkey clock. Monkey clock's right over there because this show is rigidly timed. We pack a full 60 minutes into every hour, 67 minutes Canadian. And then we got the usual crew here. We got Boy Child 1.0 right here, riding the exercise bike that powers the Commodore 64 that brings you all this magic. And Boy Child 2.0. Boy Child 2.0 is the one who gives me all the post-it notes because I'm too busy thinking to be thinking. My staff of 1,000. We had a good summer, didn't we? We had good time off. Yes, we did. I got everybody name tags because I want to start knowing them more on a personal basis. And everybody got a raise, except for you, name tag 924. And why is that? Yeah, because I asked you to fill up my car and unleaded. Everybody knows my car runs on Zima. Let me tell you about our guest tonight. We had to get the best of the best because of the big premiere show. And we have with us tonight, JOAN V. She's an internationally known and award-winning model, but not just any model. She does the alternative fashion. So she does goth and punk and metal and fantasy stuff. She's gonna blow your mind. Do we have a picture we can put up of a photo? Oh. Well, thank you, Double Decker Moon Pie. I've been informed we have a photo. Our staff of 1,000 is nothing if not cultured. So JOAN V will be with us later on the show, and then our musical guest tonight. This is my gift to you, so you can give it back to me. That's how excited I am. Our musical guest is actually not a musical guest per se at all. He's better known as one of the greatest authors of our time. He's my personal hero. Mr. Robert McCAMMON is here. And when I found out he cut a fun music video with specifically October in mind, I begged him to let us have it. And he's always been very supportive of the show. And even back in the old radio days, he said, yeah. So tonight I bring to you Mr. Robert McCammon singing his hit song, My Creations. But before we go any further, it is time for morning coffee. And morning coffee, because this is the big season premiere. I needed someone special, someone from the heart. So I have asked my grandma to join us for morning coffee. She is 99 years old. She's going to be turning 100 in just a couple weeks. And so I had to have her on the show, and as she calls it, that silly little thing you do. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Morning Coffee, my grandma.
Not now.
ROBERT McCAMMON.
Look at my boys reading. Grandma, I love you, and I will see you season 3. With flawless continuity, there he is, our beacon of hope in the very stench fog of our existence. Live, via satellite, through Zoom, our own musical director, JJ Glamour. JJ, how are you, good sir?
Hello, is that Ma Wiener?
Oh, he back. JJ, I can't believe it's been a year already, and now we're at big season 2. Are you pumped up?
I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I am all out of ideas.
You're one of the most creative guys I know. You got nothing. Nothing came to you over the summer? I mean, I figured you more than anybody. JJ, you yanking the chain? Huh? Are you playing me? You got me. JJ will dunk on you. That's in the Bible, and you can't argue with the Bible, man. Okay, well, I tell you what. Do you have one of them there new songs that you can use to play us in to the Magic Farmer comedy break?
Okay, let's play a little music here. This is a song about the magic of first dates. It's called It's Okay If You Pay.
He's so dreamy.
Behold the Magic Farmers Incorporated. Speak, moo cow, speak.
You're not the boss of me.
Okay. From the geniuses who know the people who brought us The Masked Singer comes the next level of contestant and big star interaction. Celebrity Shitter. 2 stalls side by side, 1 celebrity, 5 clues. Who's your bathroom buddy? Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Hosted by game show icon, me, Sparky Guidonian.
Are you ready to make some money? I'm kidding, I'm serious, I mean that.
We start with a huge pile of cash, $500,000. I haven't slept for days. You up?
Is it Hanson?
I can tell you there's only one person in there.
Is it the Mel Hanson?
No, not Taylor. No Hansons, not any Hansons.
Okay, Dad, answer yet.
But the jackpot gets a courtesy flush after each missed clue with our TikTok toilet swirl. Short attention spans.
That's. Wait, that's just me.
Celebrity, boo help.
Okay, alright, oh, it's Tucker Carlson!
Yes!
Woo! Tucker Carlson! Get it! Woo! Yeah! Woo!
Can you guess our superstar before your cash goes down the crapper? Is this mic on?
I'm gonna need the last clue. Is it Kendall Jenner?
Why don't you peek over the wall and check?
Celebrity shitter! You never know who's gonna cop a squat in the stall next to you. Or maybe you do. I'm kidding, I'm serious, I mean that.
Hello, I'm Sharon from I Smell Sheep, and this month's book is My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. Some girls just don't know how to die. This is a Native American literature horror story. Our reviewer, Pamela Kinney, says, My Heart is a Chainsaw is a homage to slasher films and their fans. It's Friday the 13th meets Scream, mashing up with Mean Girls and 16 Candles. The author completely hooked me into wanting to read the book to the end. We give this one 5 sheep. Until next time.
Check out the award-winning review site for books, comics, and movies your funky werepig loves, ismellsheep.com.
Give me a G flat. Perfect. Crawled out of the bog and he's eating all the frogs. It's LONNIE, the world's ugliest dog.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You are, Lonnie. You are, Lonnie.
You want to play catch, boy? You want to play catch? I made squishy so you can catch it. Go, boy, go!
You're a vegetable. I hate vegetables. You are broccoli. That's vegetable. Say you, say me, howdy and heroink. It me, your funky werepig, and I'm here real quick to discuss the kick bahookie music you hear on our show. Every month, we spotlight a different artist or band. If you're an indie artist, the Funky Werepig wants to hear your music. It doesn't matter what genre, we love it all. So contact us at werepigmusic@gmail.com.
Welcome to the No Pants Zone party. You can join at home. Come along and bring your friends. Here's a party never ends.
If you would like JJ Glamour to write a song to someone you know, then dedicate it and sing it on the Funky Werepig. Contact us at monkeyflingingpoo924@gmail.com. Include the person's name and a quote, an inside joke, or message you'd like to hear in JJ's lyrics.
If the song becomes a hit, JJ shares nothing with you, not a penny.
Dedicate a song at monkeyflingingpoo924@gmail.com.
Yes, this is real. Send me your stuff, like today. This goes out to Chris Evans from Sharon. He's a big fan of the show. I'm sure he's watching. Superheroes, comedy, drama. You're an actor supreme. You can do it all. I watch you work and dream about that ass. Knives Out, The Losers, Gifted, Cap, Civil War. I'm in awe of your depth, and I want more of that ass. That wasn't awkward at all.
Subscribe to the Funky Werepig and let the laughter and the music drop right into your hands. We are so excited about season number 2, and we're not just a monkey flinging poo. That there is a great example of forced rhyme. You can use it if you want. Go ahead. You're welcome.
Viewers should know when Joan V and Greg get together, they are not well behaved. They have never been well behaved. We pick up the interview already in progress.
So seriously, as buddies and as a professional model, what is my good side?
Oh, let me see. Oh, you know what? I would say they're both really good, Greg.
That is the
You're a
correct
lucky
answer.
man.
That
You're
is
a
the
lucky
correct-
man.
I thought you were
Say
gonna-
50-50.
I thought you were going to tell me to spin around in the chair and look at the back of my head and go, that's the winner. We got a winner. So that's
Or
awesome.
maybe I'd get you to spin your head like 360 degrees, like in The Exorcist, and that would be more interesting.
That's the dream, though. So you've done close to 250 print publications. Let's just break down the basics for people. Let's start off with, what was your coolest shoot? That's what you guys call it today, right? You're on a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Is that what models do?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? I can't even remember like just one. I would say there's quite a few really memorable shoots, but I think most of my shoots with Laura Dark in Columbus, Ohio have been just phenomenal shoots, because she can just place you in the middle of a set and they dress you up, they do your hair and your makeup just perfectly. And when you go on set, it's like you're in a different world. And then she shoots you. It only takes maybe about 15 to 20 minutes and the camera's going really fast, right? She's shooting repetitively. And then within that 20 minutes, she's done. And then when you get the edits back, you're like, wow, I can't even believe that's me in the picture, because, you know, she can bring out the best in any model, I would say. I would really honestly say that. And she has a way of capturing magical things in the photography. She can transport you to a totally different world, a fantasy world even. And then whenever I shoot with Regine Brandt here in Winnipeg, he's one of my favorite fashion photographers, because he captures the essence of a person in every shot. And I've never actually met a photographer until I met Regine and worked with him here in Winnipeg that can actually do that. He not only makes it a perfect shot and does it artistically so beautifully well, but he captures your personality in every photograph and it makes it more real.
I have to say, and I make no secret about this, you are one of the few people that I look at your photographs all the time, your shoots, your modeling pictures, and it's unfair that in the 15 years, you know, since we started partying together, you refuse to age.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that very much. You know, I'm going to be honest here. I am in my 50s now. And in November, I'm going to say hello to another year around the sun. And I'm thankful for genetics, I guess, because both of my parents, especially my mom's side, the women have aged extremely well. My mother made it to 91 years of age. She passed away just last year in May.
I remember.
And she was perfectly healthy before she died. She did die suddenly, unfortunately, but a lot of people, when they saw her in public, they guessed she was in her 60s still. So I was really proud of her for that. Like, the genetics in her family are really great in that sense. So I really hope to have inherited those genes to that extent that she had, and just, age as gracefully as possible, because I don't believe in, artificial surgeries and things like that. I'm not going to have Botox or anything like that done. I'm just going to be natural and age as gracefully as I can.
I hedge my bets. I have to wear this phony beard to kind of look the role. So that's just part of the Werepig thing. You live with it. But let's do this for the viewers. Okay, everybody.
Okay.
Everybody,
Sure.
look left,
Mhm.
look right, look left, look right. Not you. No, the viewers.
Oh,
Now you're
okay.
showing off. See, we already said that I don't have a real good side. Now you're like, and this is when it's no. That's unfair. You're a professional, so I'm not going to compete with you there. But I want everyone to look.
Okay.
And this is what 50 looks like. This over there, where
That's awesome, Greg.
there over there. No. No,
Yeah.
you don't get to join the 50 club yet. No, not looking like that. We repel you. No, you've got to earn this. You've got to earn this. You don't have this.
I gotta earn them.
You're like in the mid 30s club. Go stay with your people. Go over there.
Thank you.
So you actually have the kind of clout that you get to participate in choosing the photos, the final photos.
Yes, it's really,
that's so cool.
I think it's really nice. Yeah, it's nice of the the people that hire us for the job to enable a really good team collaboration, because it's not about the model really, it's about our entire team and how we work together.
Mm-hmm.
And if we didn't have a great photographer, if we didn't have sponsors to back up and hire us, if I didn't have a great makeup artist or a hairstylist or somebody that can do up a wig really beautifully, we wouldn't have these wonderful images as a result, right? So that's why it's really important for me to credit everyone in our work. And that also includes the people who do the wardrobing and the clothes, or the clothing designers, because they're part of that entire team. It's like there can be 10 to 20 people involved in one team effort. So I look at myself, I'm just a mannequin. I just put these things on, and I wear them, and I do my best to portray a specific character or get a concept across in the photographs. And that takes a little bit of acting skill, of course, and knowing your body and your facial angles and doing your best with that. Knowing how to pose is super important, right? Because nobody's perfect. No, like even the biggest supermodels out there, nobody has a perfect face or a body. So angles and posing are super important for modeling, for anybody, really.
I'm not going to narc you out. I just want to, just a slight nod, yes or no. With the poses that you do, are you one of the people that invented the thing that everyone in a selfie does now, where you put the one leg forward with the hand on the knee and go, the duck face? Did you invent, was that you? Did you invent that?
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So yeah, you can't put me into photography jail, okay? Because I never do the duck face. The duck face is murder. It's like nobody looks good doing the duck face. I don't even know who invented that, but it's like, oh my God.
I like the one personally. In this montage, there was the red one with you with the sword.
Oh, that's one of my favorite shots, actually.
That's badass.
I did that. It's badass because I did it as a tribute to my families on both sides, which are samurai nobles on both my mom and dad's side. And so we
Seriously?
have long lineages of warrior people in my background. And so I felt it was very empowering as a woman in a family that dates back to, like 830 AD, where I can trace my family members, to have a little bit of history in that photo shoot. So that one was done on purpose. It was a tribute to my roots and my ancestry, basically. They were all samurai, and they were lords and ladies and warriors, and there's quite a genealogy involved here. My uncle in Japan has ownership of one of the oldest family trees on ancient scrolls that are on two very large pillars of wood that roll up on each side, and the paper is very thick.
Yeah.
And they are in the middle of restoring that right now, but it's every member of all the families that are involved in my genealogy, going back to about 850 AD. And the Japanese government actually wanted to buy it off of our family, but my eldest uncle said no. He said, this means too much to our family to put into a museum and just, be paid for. So it's going to be restored properly because it's so old and it's kind of falling apart. And once they finish the restoration next year, it's going to be kept in our family mausoleum, which is in Yokohama, Japan. So that's the story on that. So it's kind of nice to be able to know where you've come from and why you're here, right?
This past week, I've been absolutely fascinated and following you on Facebook because it was a very special week of tradition and festival for you.
Yeah.
And I know that Japan does what's it called, ancestor worship? Would that be the proper term, or paying homage to your ancestors?
Veneration might be a better word.
What is it?
Ancestry veneration would be a great word, I think.
Okay.
Because we honor our ancestors because they gave us life. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. And so, and all of the things that they've done for us too, like passing down wisdom to their descendants, and our record of genealogy, for instance, is really important. My grandmother gave me my Japanese name, Misako, and that has meaning to it. So everything in Japanese culture has some kind of a deeper meaning. So when we go back in time and we thank our ancestors and we actually welcome their spirits to come into our homes for an entire week or so to join us in our lives, like our everyday lives. And so we say prayers, and we actually make food offerings for them at supper time.
Cakes.
Yes. Oh, those sweet cakes. I'll have to send you some because I think you'd really like those, Greg, because I know you have a sweet tooth, right?
I do.
So I'm going to send you some of those mochi cakes because I think you would chow down on those pretty good.
So I can do it without the festival. I can just eat them to eat them.
Yeah, you can just eat them out of the container. I'm sure you'd love that.
I'm telling you what, but can I do what, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'll mess this up.
Okay.
But you go to the I guess grave site or the burial grounds of your ancestors. You leave cakes for them. Then you go back to your house, and then you eat cakes there. So you're sharing.
Yeah.
We're
sharing a meal together. Yes, it's like having a family dinner with your ancestors.
That is so
And
cool.
we do that to feed their spirits because they're in the unseen world. They're still with us, but we can't see them necessarily. Some people who are very psychic can. I've seen my grandmother and my father, for instance, several times, and one of my grandfathers as well. I have another story about that, but that might be a different episode for Halloween.
When you have such a cool spiritual belief system that you, I love the fact that you say your ancestors are always with you, and the generations go back, and you're always surrounded by your family, even when they're on the other side. What was you wrote something about the river. What's the river? They're on the other side of the river.
The river is crossing from our seen world, which is our earth, where we live right now as human beings. The river represents the river that their spirits go down.
Okay.
And they reach what's called the other shore. The other shore is in the unseen spirit world, and that's where they reside now. So during this Ohigan festival, we call it, it's called the other shore. So we send a lit lantern down the river on the first night, and it starts on the full moon, and it illuminates these lanterns on the river, which I did, and I took pictures of those on my Facebook and posted them too.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's like a beacon, and I've written their names on them with messages and wishes and prayers on them, so that when they see it in the unseen world, they are attracted to it, and they go, oh, Joni's calling us, right? She has a message. So I guess they look at it and they go, oh, it's time to go visit for a while. So that lantern is their beacon, so that they can find their way back. And I also have a special festival lantern hanging in my living room on the ceiling, which I light that very night, because that's how they find their way back to my place. So that lantern is lit all week until just last night, when it was extinguished, because that was the last night of the festival. And then they cross back over the river again to the shore of the unseen, and that's where they go back to live.
I am always stunned at the older I get, how little I know. Looking at your postings all last week, I was just fascinated, captivated, and then sat there for a little bit going, how do I not know this? How do I not? This goes back centuries and centuries. How do I just find out about it now? And it's
probably because we live in North America, where this is not, a normal practice, right? In Japan, of course,
but it should be. It's a beautiful practice.
Yes, and maybe it's only because that knowledge just hasn't been put out there. So I really wanted to share that from my heart with all of my friends, because it's something that's really important spiritually for me in my life. And it's basically, yes, I'm a model. I've been modeling since I was about 20 years old, but it's not just about that's not my entire life. That's one of the many layers of my life, right?
Yeah.
My life is a lot more complex and a lot more involved than, just seeing me in photographs or, in a video.
Modeling is what you do.
Yes, it's my artistic self-expression is what it is. But in my life, I'm actually a very spiritual person, and I think a lot about a lot of things. I may not verbalize those things all the time, but I'm constantly thinking about things all the time. And sometimes I wish I could just, switch my brain off at times, because it just, runs amok, right? And I'm open to everybody's beliefs, right? I don't think that one way is the best or the right way or anything like that. There's so many different diverse ways to get in touch with our spirit and ourselves that are all beautiful. And I think that's part of what makes life as human beings on this earth really great, because there is just so much diversity. And it's really great to be able to share that with each other openly and be respectful of it, right? And I mean, that goes beyond just tolerance. It's about acceptance and understanding. And I think the more we do that here on this planet, the happier all of us will be. And we can live in more peace as well. It's actually a lot simpler maybe than people think it is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That's just my thinking on it, really.
You know, it is simplistic because I always look at it this way. I don't care which road you take to become a better person, just as long as you're on one.
Yes. And it's fulfilling. And, you know, you're doing things for your happiness, but you're also doing it for others' happiness as well. And as long as you're not hurting yourself or you're not hurting other human beings, or animals, it's fine, right? So yeah, that's where I stand on things like that.
I do have a sensitive subject.
Oh, great. I like that.
I do have a sensitive subject I want to bring up about hurting people, about hurting and pain. You recently had a ginormous Halloween contest.
Yes, I did.
You had this ginormous, I mean, it's just, and the prizes and the stuff you were, the giveaway package the winner gets is unreal. I put in 27 names that I made up. How did I lose?
Well, it's a random name generator.
But I've increased my odds. I bet you the people that won put in once and they won. I had 27 of them in there.
And you know, it's like I think that happens in the lottery too, doesn't it? It's like you can buy like 20 tickets and it's like, oh, I didn't win this time again. Oh, rats, right? But I purposely put that contest on, Greg, because autumn is my favorite time of the year, and it's also Halloween, which is a great time of year. It's something to celebrate, and because I've seen a lot of people, even on my friend list, really suffering like mentally and emotionally because of this pandemic and being so isolated and fearful and anxious. A lot of people I know have gone through quite a bit of depression and anxiety attacks and things like that. And I'm also a therapist. That's what I do every day from like Monday to Fridays. And seeing that much grief and disturbance out there really bothered me. So I figured, you know what? I've had a lot of great things happen in my life recently. I just felt like giving back was an important thing to do. And so that's why I had the contest. It's like, let's cheer people up and give away a couple of neat prizes out there and boost people's spirits a little bit. I actually mailed one. One of the winners is in Arizona. So this afternoon I went to the post office to mail that off by airmail to him. So I hope he receives that pretty soon.
All right. I mean, still hurts. Still hurts knowing that, but you know, now that you've explained it,
case of mochi cakes, then like an entire, like I'm talking like 100 pieces of mochi.
Oh my God, no, not that much.
You're gonna go into a massive food coma. Is what's gonna happen?
Send me like half of one, just so I can nibble. Just that's
just a nibble. Okay.
No. Now that you've explained the beauty of giving and your reasons behind it, I don't hurt as much that I didn't win.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad, Craig.
I'll make it through the weekend. I guess I'll be okay.
I'll send you sweets in the mail then and make up for that.
Yeah, okay. Well, whoever you are in Arizona, I hope you enjoy your prize. I'm getting a box of sweets. So there. Didn't even have to enter.
That reminds me about the moon cakes that you were teaching me about that time, because we don't have moon cakes in Canada.
The moon pies.
The moon pies,
Yeah.
and like when you were sending me pictures of what they looked like and stuff, it's like, oh God, I wish I could get those here because,
Yeah.
man, I would really like to eat one of them moon pies. That looks so good.
Yeah, they're I got to be honest, they're fun to eat, but they're even more fun to chuck because you can hit
Oh,
people
really?
from like 40 yards
Chuck
away,
them too?
bank it off somebody's head. So we call it wooing the moon pie. You have to woo it. You have to become its
Ooh, a
friend.
moon pie.
Yeah, you got to become its friend for both taste and for
Oh,
accuracy when you throw
get
them
it
at people.
now.
So yeah, they're
Oh,
wonderful.
okay. So this is a traditional thing down where you live.
Very traditional. My ancestors back in
Chucking a moon pie.
850 AD used to chuck moon pies at people. You may have samurais. I got moon pie chuckers.
Okay, so if you were throwing a moon pie at me, then I'd hold up my sword and cut them into like 100 pieces
Yeah.
in 2 seconds.
And
They're
then we would
flying
both
over
sit
my
down.
head.
And then we both sit down and eat those pieces together.
That's right.
See the
yes,
beauty of it?
share with your
So I'll
friends.
chuck a moon pie at you. You can
Okay.
with the samurai sword, and then we'll
I'll
both take the
slice,
pieces.
dice and julienne it with my katana, and then we can sit down and have a nice dessert together with some plum wine, because plum wine goes really good with that.
See?
Plum wine goes good with everything, actually. I have this theory now about it.
That's what I have in here, plum wine.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this.
That's
We're going to do
great.
this all evening long, unless I put on the brakes now, because this is what we used to do 15 years ago
Okay.
when we did the Magic Farmers Incorporated, and you were one of the original people in it, and we'd laugh our asses off for hours and hours and hours
Oh my God.
on
it was
Skype or whatever
so
else,
funny.
coming up with
I
goofy
couldn't
shit to
stop
do.
laughing sometimes.
And then before we know it,
so much fun.
it was 2 o'clock in the morning. We were doing skits called Porn for the Blind. You can't do that now. You can't do that. You
No,
were
we can't even do that.
and in that skit, I remember
Not appropriate.
you were the moderator. You had to come in to work off a jail sentence, I think, and you were a Sunday school teacher or something. And every time they kept showing something on the screen, you'd go unclean.
Unclean. I have to go bleach my eyeballs now.
That's right. I remember that. So I tell you what, there's no better way to go out to make it go full circle from the good times we used to have. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to thank you.
Okay.
Let's do this. I'm going to thank you so much for being on the show to start off the new season. This is our season number 2, and you're the guest
Oh,
for the
thank
whole
you
opening of
so
it
much.
because I love you and you're
Thank
fun
you.
and you're so
I
everything.
love you too, Greg.
You know,
Thank you.
that I was so happy when you say you do the show. I couldn't think of a better guest to start everything off with. This is so cool. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say thank you so much for being on the show, and then you yell at me as loud as you can, unclean.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
You ready? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Joan V, for being on our show.
Unclean.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, Joan.
Thank you so much for having me, Greg. It's so nice to see you and talk to you again. Thank you for having me this evening, and especially for your season opener. It's a real honor to be here tonight. Thank you again. And I promise to send you those sweet cakes, okay?
We will party soon, my friend.
We'll party soon, my friend. Have a great evening and take care.
Joan V is an internationally celebrated model working with a wide variety of award-winning photographers, makeup artists, hairstylists, and alternative fashion designers. Joan is also a magazine editor, writer, and entrepreneur. You can find and follow her trend-setting career at joanvaltmodel.com or on Facebook under Joan V Alternative Model. Are you ready, piggy petters? Then let's put the needle to the record.
First of all, let me introduce me. I'm a writer known as RMC. I've written like 23 books, and I thought you might like to take a look at my creations. Yeah, my creations. I started out with a sinister tale about a devil from hell by the name of Baal. Then I did a thing about an Amazon queen. She was a beauty, but she was damn mean. I decided to go to the zombie school. I walked the dead before it was cool. The thin bad guys, they had a boat. It was supposed to sink, but they made it float. My creations. Yeah, my creations. I visited the usher straight out of Poe, a cursed family with a lot of dough, but they were not saved by all those bucks. Then I made a werewolf and I put him in a tux. Yeah, my creations, they are my mind relations, my family in fright, they won't let you sleep at night. Yeah, my creations, they are my mind relations, my family in fright, they won't let you sleep at night. I did the vampire invasion story, I visited the future and that was gory. I wrote about the life of a southern boy that was less about horror and more about joy. Now I'm into the mystery scene, set back 300 years when New York was green. My boy Matthew's the hero of the tale, and he fights worse villains than that devil Baal. What's next for me, I do not know, but one more thing before I go. I've got a magic trick up my sleeve. My gift is that I can make you believe in my creations. Yeah, my creations. Yeah, my creations, they are my mind relations, my family in fright, they won't let you sleep at night. Yeah, my creations, they are my mind relations, my family in fright, they won't let you sleep at night. Yeah, my creations, they are my mind relations, my family in fright, they won't let you sleep at night. My creations, yeah, my creations, my creations, my creations, yeah, my creations.
Best-selling author of the Matthew Corbett series, Boy's Life, and The Five, among so many others, Robert McCammon is an American icon. Enjoy the full catalog of his award-winning books in almost every format, and check out updates, interviews, and maybe even a section on the legend that is DJ Rick at robertmccammon.com.
Like a clock on a wall said ding ding dong, it's time to check the monkey clock. You know, the batteries in the monkey clock died long ago, so when I look up and I see that the time is 10 after 12, that is the correct time. Because one does not argue with monkey clock.
Roinks and hugs to our special guest, JOAN V. It was all about guilty pleasures. I used the interview as an excuse just to party with you again. That's how much I miss you. And Mr. Robert McCammon, any day you get to hang out with one of your heroes, it's a good day. You should know that here in the no pants zone, we use McCammon as a verb. So whether we're writing a book or a script or even a comedy skit, we always say, "Did you McCammon that?" Which means, did you make it the best it can freaking be? See how you inspire people? What? Well, yeah, as a writer and a rap star. I meant both. High fives and disco hip bumps to the Magic Farmers Incorporated, Goat Boy, Ivan November / Malone, President James K. Polk, McCoy, and special thanks to the many blessings bestowed upon us by that glowing beacon of grooviness, Saint Hunter. And speaking of books, let's give a big Barnyard Bash Piggy Petter round of applause to Sharon and I Smell Sheep. They have officially joined our team to help us appreciate that lost art of reading. They call that a word emoji. If you have been hearing any shouting, screaming, followed by laughter, that is because I gave Boy Child 1.0 and Boy Child 2.0 the evening off, the rest of the evening off. And they are celebrating by watching The Evil Dead. Not only watching The Evil Dead, they like to act it out. So the chainsaw should be starting soon. With that being said, let me find him, my partner in crime. There he is, JJ. JJ, wow, what a way to open season 2, huh? I mean, the show was great. I thought the guests were great, but most of all, you were great. So let's put the needle to the record. Let's throw those pants in the air like we just don't care. And if you would, good sir, play us out and make it something funky.
I love the fall because it's the only season that's also a verb. Spring. Spring is also an action word. Damn it!